This is a FirstWARN Tri-Cities severe weather alert. Here is Chief Forecaster Skylar Doyle.
This is the FirstWARN Tri-Cities severe weather alert. I'm FirstWARN Tri-Cities Chief Forecaster Skylar Doyle. We have some severe weather moving through the area, so decided to come on the air, give you a quick update on the severe weather that is moving through the area right now. Let's begin with a severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect for now the far southeast part of Hawkins County into eastern Greene County and a good part of Washington County, Tennessee, especially the western part of the county. Storms moving through Geraldstown, Newmansville, and northern part of Greenville to Tusculum could be producing some 60-mile-an-hour winds. As we look, the high res velocity does support that. You see the higher reflectivity values as well. That's where those stronger wind gusts could be. As we move on up to the north, we're also watching storms east of Churchill about to push into Kingsport and Gate City. These could be producing 55-mile-an-hour winds, 50 to 55-mile-an-hour winds according to the National Weather Service. Some wind damage, some power outages are going to be possible within these storms. They do continue to trek off to the east across the area here. Also, do want to note a severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Letcher County in Kentucky, but the storms have moved into Pike County, also parts of Dickinson County, into Buchanan County. Dickinson and Buchanan County not under severe thunderstorm warnings, but in some strong thunderstorm alerts, just like we have down here to the south across the Kingsport area. Strong thunderstorm alerts also exist for the Bristol areas. This line will move into Bristol as well. So again, though, our main focus is the severe thunderstorm warning, which does include Midway, Jonesboro, Gray, Boones Creek, Oak Grove, the western part of Johnson City, from basically JCMC West, so the far western part of Johnson City. Within this warning does not include East Tennessee State University, which we know a lot of those students are home on break, but it does not include that area. And again, it's for the potential of strong, damaging wind gusts within these thunderstorms. Power outage numbers are going up to the west. Greene County also seeing some power outages within these. Also, Hancock County seeing some power outages as well. And then if I go on, also just looking at another monitor, Lee County also now about 2,500 people without power in Lee County. So these storms are producing some power outages across the region. Specifically, so far in viewing area, Hancock, Hawkins, Greene County, Hamlin County, just outside of our viewing area, down toward the Knoxville region, and then also Lee County, Virginia, with some power outages because these storms are currently producing strong winds. It's not going to take a lot to get these winds to the surface with the wind speed aloft. This is ahead of a cold front, which will bring in some cooler temperatures, maybe a few flurries to the mountains overnight into the early morning hours. But the first thing we have to deal with are these strong and locally severe thunderstorms in the region. So that is going to be our main focus here over the next few minutes. We'll stay on the air with you for about five or so more minutes, or as long as we need to, if these warnings get extended in more of the Tri-Cities. While we'll stay with you a little longer. But again, severe thunderstorm coverage here on FirstWARN Tri-Cities as we do continue with these severe thunderstorm warnings here for a good part of now. These are really moving out of Hawkins County into the Fall Branch area, but far eastern Greene County, and about to push into a good part of Washington County, Tennessee. So toward Bowmanstown, Sulphur Springs, Jonesboro, Emeryville, the Limestone area, Washington College, those areas about to get hit with some strong thunderstorms. So again, these storms moving west to east across the area. Behind this line is going to be plain rain, some gusty gradient winds, not the winds that are not the winds in the thunderstorms. Are really they're more showers, not a lot of thunder, lightning with it. But the winds within these, it's not going to be as strong behind the line, but still some 20 to 30-mile-an-hour gusts. Just those gradient winds, non-thunderstorm related winds. as that cold front continues to push through. And then again, like I said, maybe some flurries in the mountains overnight. But if you've not seen this line of storms, you will see the line of storms as it is pushing west to east across the region and could produce some gusty winds and some power outages. I also want to note, unrelated to storms, uh, I will turn on our alerts real quick. We have wind advisories for the mountains of East Tennessee and high wind warnings for Grayson, Ashe, and Watauga County. These are for the wind advisories for the mountains of East Tennessee until 4 a.m. Friday. Those high wind warnings over in North Carolina is for the day on Friday. So, again, that's something we'll watch. The power outage numbers could also go up there in the mountains because of non thunderstorm related winds. But again, this is right now our main threat that we're talking about now with these thunderstorm winds pushing from Gate City to Kingsport down to just around Liberty Hill and Chuckey, and continuing to push east also up into southwest Virginia. We could very well have some strong winds from Coburn to Clinchco to Hayside to near Big Rock, and those storms are continuing to push east. Want to keep an eye there for our friends in southwest Virginia as well. Some of these storms up here, you can see I've had a little bit of broad rotation, but there's really not any tornado threat with these storms. So again, no tornado threat with these storms. These are just straight line damaging winds, but they're still doing damage. They're waking people up this morning and also causing power outages here through the early morning hours. So again, severe thunderstorm warnings again for western Washington County, far eastern Greene County, technically southern Hawkins County, going for another 8 minutes or so until 12:45. But also strong thunderstorms that could really be just as strong as those in the severe thunderstorm warning for Gate City, Weber City, down into the Kingsport and Sullivan Gardens area, heading toward the Tri-Cities Airport, Colonial Heights, Blountville, and eventually Bristol. These storms will move through and produce wind gusts of up to 50 to 60 miles an hour here as these storms continue to push through the region. Again, power outage numbers is going up behind this line. So you could have no power after this line passes through. The power companies will be working hard overnight to get the power turned back on for many folks that are being impacted by the storms. Also want to note down into Yancey County, North Carolina, there's also a strong thunderstorm alert as well for that part of our viewing area there, the western part of Yancey County for these storms that'll push into the mountains of North Carolina right now. And again, the storms are over for Lee County. There is still going to be some gusty winds behind it. As I look at the comments, I'll scroll through those comments here. The storms over for Lee County, but again, could see some gusty winds. Also, yeah, Rogersville had it. Um, and then also, winds came through Duffield. Yes, this line has passed through the Duffield area. Uh, Not another round for Rogersville. Johnson County, yes, this line of storms is heading toward you as well. Also, the Chilhowie area as well. And the storm's currently hitting the Kingsport, Bloomingdale, Weber City, Sullivan Gardens, Fall Branch area, about to hit Sulphur Springs, Ballmantown, and eventually Jonesboro and Johnson City. Next in line for some damaging thunderstorm winds. Could be approaching 50 to 60 miles an hour, even if you're not in the warning. There's a little area of stronger winds right now approaching the Bowmantown area, according to radar. So, again, these storms pushing through the region, producing some strong wind gusts that will stick here. As these are waking some people up this morning, so I might as well stick with you through these storms because we're not going to go anywhere until these storms are out of the area or are no longer strong. And again, just keeping an eye on our comment section. Yeah, Camp Creek also getting hit very hard as well. Fall Branch, Kingsport. Again, right now, that's where the strongest of these strong to severe thunderstorms are at the moment. So you are getting the strongest of these right now uh, in the Gate City area, in the Weber City area, about to hit Hilton's and Nicholsville, and hitting Kingsport, hitting Bloomingdale, hitting Fall Branch, hitting areas like Chuckey and Camp Creek and Horse Creek. Going to be hitting Sulphur Springs and Jonesboro soon. Eventually, it'll move into Bristol But again, these storms continuing to track east. Big Stone Gap, these storms are now east of you. You are still getting some rain and some wind, but the strongest part is off to your east now, along the line. But again, so the strongest part to your east now, and again, these storms continuing to push through. If you have any wind damage, you can let us know in the comments. Power outages, we'd be happy to take those reports, send them to the Weather Service to help in the warning process as the storms continue to move off to the east. So again, we're here with you because of some strong to locally severe thunderstorms pushing across the area, producing wind gusts anywhere from 45 to even up to 60 to 65 miles an hour, and also the potential of some power outages and some tree damage from these high winds. And again, we're going to continue to watch it very closely as these storms push off to the east here. We will know the wind gust at the Tri-Cities Airport. There's a weather station at the Tri-Cities Airport that will give us a wind reading when those storms crosses there. So we'll get a little bit of ground truth of what these storms are doing once it crosses that area. And just because we're getting close to the expiration time of that warning, let me go up here and turn off that weather radio so that don't go off if we get another alert or warning issued for the viewing area. But again, the strongest right now, at least on reflectivity, appears to be right along the Tennessee-Virginia border near Bloomingdale. In Arcadia, that might be where we're getting some of the heaviest rain, some of the strongest winds, also down toward the Tennessee-North Carolina border near Hot Springs, Camp Creek area as well. Seeing some of those very strong winds. We had a wind gust in Pike County, Kentucky, measured at 64 miles an hour. There is currently no warning for Colonial Heights. The warning is down to your south. There is a strong thunderstorm alert the next 33 minutes, but the line will be past you by then, but no official warning for this. The storms are quickly moving. They're moving off to the east at about 60 miles an hour. So they'll be in and out of your area within the next 10 to 15 minutes or so. So just want to, so 10 to 15 minutes is all this line will last for you because um, it's moving very, very fast. So again, a lot of you are waking up to this very strong wind. That's why we're on the air because this is moving through a large population center right now. And with how strong this wind is, we think we need to be on the air with you as it continues to push through Limestone. We don't have a weather station there. We can't give you an exact wind reading, but we do have the potential that this is potentially up to 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, really anywhere. Even if you're not in the warning, I would say there is a potential that we have some of those wind gusts. But again, storms will move through within 10, 15 minutes, and then they will move out very quickly. So again, we will continue this, and I would not be shocked if this part of the line in the Kingsport are now just pushing east of Kingsport into the Bristol area. I would not be shocked if that gets severe thunderstorm warned at the here soon. We'll continue to watch that and monitor um, that very closely as this continues to push off to the east. So again, strong to severe thunderstorms pushing through the viewing area um, right now. And again, with these warnings and these special weather statements, or what we call strong thunderstorm alerts, we're going to stick with you because these are waking a lot of people up. This is the middle of the night. These winds are very strong. They're causing power outages, tree damage to the west, and even across the area. The power outage numbers are climbing quickly. So as these continue to climb, we will be here to let you know about it and let you know when it, what you need to do for safety. Both Wise County and Lee County now in Southwest Virginia. Lee County is approaching 3,000 people without power. Wise County almost 2,000, and then also power outages rising on the Tennessee side as well. But again, we're going to continue um, tracking the storms again as it pushes off to the east. And again, we will take your storm reports in the comments. We can pass those along to the National Weather Service, and it is 12:45, so the Middle ground severe thunderstorm warning has expired. It's not been replaced with even a strong thunderstorm alert yet. I would expect that to be coming soon because there's definitely still strong winds within this. But again, these storms move through 15 minutes or so as they're moving east very quickly at 60 miles an hour. There's a new warning. New warning in effect for Johnson City, Piney Flats, Elizabethton, Unicoi, Deauville. So this includes southern Sullivan County, a good part of Washington County, Tennessee, northern part of Unicoi County, almost all of Carter County, and southern Johnson County. This new warning will go until 1:30 in the morning. Severe thunderstorm near over Jonesboro, pushing into Johnson City is moving east. Now they're saying 45 miles an hour. So again, this new warning now for the Johnson City area um, until 1:30 in the morning. So we will continue to track these storms off to the east. Again, so some more severe thunderstorm warnings are coming out now. This does include the Piney Flats area, all of Johnson City, including ETSU, Oak Grove, Ray, Embryville, down into the Unicoi area and Unicoi County, almost all of Carter County, Roan Mountain, Hampton, Elizabethton, and then also into southern Johnson County in the Deauville area as well. All in line now for severe thunderstorms here, pushing into the region. But areas just on the eastern side of Kingsport to the east of Kingsport, Colonial Heights, Hilton's in Virginia, Nicholsville, about to push into Bluntville, the Tri-Cities Airport, about to push into Washington County, Virginia, and Russell County, Virginia. I would not be shocked to see winds of 50 to 55 miles an hour in those areas as well, causing power outages and tree damage. This is going to be very likely as we go through the early morning hours, the next hour or so. The storms will be out of our viewing area by probably 2 in the morning, and our viewing area extends all the way into a couple North Carolina counties as well. These storms will be out of the area quickly. And they'll be out of your location within 15 minutes or so, but it's getting them through your location, especially with the heavy wind they are carrying with them, the severe level wind that they're carrying with them at this current hour. So we are continuing to watch it closely again now. We are based out of the Bristol area, so if we have a power outage, our internet will go down and we will not be still on the air. So if our um, stream does go down, that would be why. Hilton's the storm's pushing east of you at the moment. Also, the Kingsport, most of Kingsport, the storms are pushing east. They are about to hit Bluntville right now and Bristol. So Bluntville, Bristol, this is your heads up. These will probably wake a lot of people up also in Johnson City and Elizabethton as these storms are pushing east and the severe thunderstorm warnings for those areas, again, technically Bristol, Kingsport, not in a warning, but these are some very strong storms that have been pushing through the region, and again, could have some tree damage and power outage with these as they continue to push through. I want to go check on our friends up in the northern part of Southwest Virginia real quick, focusing a lot on a lot on the metro. But some storms from Dane up to Grundy and almost to Hurley is producing some strong winds of 50 to 55 miles an hour as well. So we're watching those storms closely. The main danger of storms is strong gusty winds, and the main right now concern is the severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect for the Johnson City area over to Elizabethton. But again, we could very well see severe thunderstorm like conditions on the east side of Kingsport, east side of Scott County, Virginia, about to push into Mendota, Bluntville, the Tri-Cities Airport, and the Bristol area could very well see severe thunderstorm like conditions, even though you're not in a severe thunderstorm warning right now as well. Also, Yancey County, North Carolina will also eventually be getting in on, and there's the severe thunderstorm warning for Bristol. We told you we would likely get it. There it is, severe thunderstorm warning, including Bristol, Virginia, Tennessee here until 1:30 in the morning. So this includes most, if not, yeah, it really includes all of Washington County, Virginia, Southwest Russell County, also the northern part of Washington County or Sullivan County, Tennessee, excuse me, and the northern part of Johnson County to 1:30 in the morning because these storms have intensified and are more severe now, potentially producing 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts across the region. So again, strong and severe thunderstorms pushing through a lot of the Tri-Cities metro right now. Basically, both Bristol and Johnson City now in severe thunderstorm warnings, and these go until about 1:30 in the morning. Both of these warnings until 1:30, and again, the line moves through your area within 10 to 15 minutes and then pushes off to the east. So it doesn't last long, but it is very strong while it's there. So again, these storms are continuing to push east, and if you're in these areas and if you're in these warnings, we would very much advise you to stay inside. And it wouldn't be honestly a bad idea to get away from windows. Just try to stay away from windows as these pushes through because of how strong these winds are within this storm. So again, we continue to have these severe warnings that are pushing east across the area. A lot of power outages are coming in the Kingsport area right now. People in the comments saying that. I've also got some text. So the power outage numbers are rising and they're rising quick. So again, these storms are pushing in, pushing through. Very, very strong winds with these 50 to 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. They are knocking down power lines and trees, and the power is going out everywhere. So again, these are storms that we are watching very closely and going to stay live with you as they move through the area because of the impact they're having across the area right now. And again, we're going to watch this very closely as they do continue to push through. The strongest segments of this come from the Dickinsonville area down to Blumpville, and then another area from Spurgeon down to South Central. So these two little segments of the line are the strongest parts of the line, and those are pushing off to the east through Bristol and into Bristol and into Johnson City right now. So again, strong winds are about to impact Bristol. Strong winds about to impact Johnson City will cause potentially power outages and trees to go down in that area. And we do have lots of power outages. Again, just continuing to pour in this power outage reports as these storms continue to push through. So again, I just want you to remember that these warnings do exist for a good chunk of the viewing area, and we will continue to get these power outage reports. And if you go off of our live coverage, I have went and just pinned that to the top of our page um, here, and also just gonna kind of bump it up on people's news feeds as well. Here by sharing that out again on our page. For those just waking up this morning wondering what is going on. We expected some rainstorms with some gusty winds. Didn't really expect a lot of severe weather with this, but these are definitely some very strong storms. So we're going to be here with you until they are over again. 12:53 a.m. I'm FirstWARN Tri-Cities Chief Forecaster Skylar Oil, tracking severe thunderstorms pushing through the viewing area right now. This morning, as they continue to do so, we will have uh, these warnings continue off to the east. We will stay here with you until the severe weather is over in the region. So again, um, stick with us here uh, as we continue just to try to get some storm reports for you. Track those power outage numbers and track these storms. Um, Off to the east. So again, Bristol, you are about to get woke up. The western side of Bristol along Gate City Highway right now, getting woke up by these storms as they push east. Also down toward the Pinnacle and Bristol Regional Medical Center, starting to see these storms down into Blumpville. These storms are also impacting the Tri-Cities Regional Airport, so we should get a wind gust report from the airport as well. Let me pull up their observations center here on another monitor. So I can keep an eye on that as well as we continue to watch these storms push through the area. Yeah, at 12:45 they gusted to 33 miles an hour. um, at the Tri-Cities airport. So we'll continue to kind of keep an eye on that observation site. Those storms just moving through the Tri-Cities airport area. So I'll keep on refreshing that, seeing what we get from that area. But again, these storms continuing to push to the east right now, with Bristol right now getting the brunt of this, about to get the brunt of this, those in the Bristol Regional Medical Center Pinnacle area up toward Reedy Creek Road, also Gate City Highway, right through here where the cursor is, that's where the Dollar General's at. Up here is where the Virginia's is where Reedy Creek Road is if you're going toward Benham's. This is down if you're going toward the Tennessee state line. These storms pushing in to that area. This is Bell Meadows. Downtown Bristol's right here. And these storms are continuing to push the east. Yes, Hawkins County is all clear from these. Also, another strong area now pushing uh, through into Piney Flats, the northern part of Johnson City as well, and then eventually toward Elizabethton. A lot of people here in Bristol also will get impacted by this, especially around the state line area north, but even here just south of the state line, going to be impacted by these strong and severe thunderstorms. We need a, and why did all the warnings just go off? The warnings are not canceled. We just had an issue here. All the alerts just went off for some reason. So what we are going to do, give me just a moment. We are going to switch to this, which will show you the warning. Actually, the warnings just came back over here, so we will go back to this. Just for some reason, it was a glitch in the system. The warnings are back up. I knew they hadn't been canceled, but these storms do continue to push through the region at the moment with these gusty winds, and you can see these pushing through the area as we speak. Johnson City and Bristol both here about to be 1 in the morning, getting in on some definitely strong winds. And again, uh, if you get any damage from this in it when it is safe to do so, you can comment that. Let us know. Also, if your power goes out, we would like to know that as well. This will just help us confirm that damaging winds is occurring. Now, this is the only round. This is ahead of a cold front. This is the only round of storms. After this, there is some rain and still some gusty non-thunderstorm wind gusts of 20 to 30 miles an hour, but nothing like what's moving through now after this. But again, as we go to our velocity imagery, or reflectivity is just going to show this to you better. Kind of circle some areas. Really, honestly, just circle the most concerning part of this to me is this section right through here that is gonna push east through the area. So again, it is pushing east right now and will continue to do so at speeds of 45 to 60 miles an hour. So this will last 15 to 20 minutes for for your location, and then it will be gone. The strongest winds only will last for like 5 or so minutes, but the strong part of this will only last for about 5 10 minutes, or sorry, for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then it will be gone. Power outage numbers are continuing to rise across the region because of these damaging winds. So we will let you know that we will be tracking the potential for some school schedule changes because of wind damage and power outages beginning at 5:30 in the morning. We will be up to track that as well. But the first thing is if any of those come in. But again, we will continue to track these severe thunderstorms right now. That's our main goal is tracking these storms as they push through. Yeah, there is some heavy rain and some wind at times behind this, some moderate to locally heavy rain, but nothing like what we've got had pushed through right now. As this does continue to push through, though, we will note also another area that's seeing some very strong activity down on the Unicoi Madison County line, and that will push into Yancey County. as well, seeing some of this strong activity. But Johnson City and Bristol, both seeing this push through. Within the next 10 minutes, I will be able to hear what this is actually sounding like for everyone. And I'm glad someone in the comments brought up the interstate. Let's pull up some interstate cameras, actually. Let me pull it up on this monitor. And then we will see here what I can do about getting those on the screen. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. Down to Bristol. It's a lot easier to get them in Virginia. It's calm there. Can't see much. This one has a little better lighting. So this is exit 5. The storms have not made it there yet, but exit 5 in Bristol. Um, Storms have not made it there yet, but we will watch for that. Let me see here. Like this. Maybe. Okay, yeah. So there's us a double box there, where you can see on the bottom left of your screen, and I'll kind of fiddle with this to get it to look a little better, but a little bigger at times for some of this. But you can see we have these storms pushing through. So you can see the radar there in the upper left and the VDOT camera from exit 5 in Bristol, which is yet to see these storms, but will be momentarily. There you can see the wind, I think, is starting to pick up there. You can feel the camera kind of shaking a little bit. Um, and we'll continue to watch this as it continues to push in. And these should, I mean, this rain and wind should be pushing into that part of Bristol any time now. So again, we'll watch these storms very closely as they do push into Bristol. Also down here in Johnson City as well. The interstate, Tennessee doesn't have a lot of interstate cameras like Virginia does, so it's very hard to have a lot of camera views from there in Johnson City. We do have the cameras here that we can show you up and down the interstate. Here comes the wall of wind and rain. You can see it coming in on this Bristol camera. That here at exit 5 in Bristol, Virginia, you could just saw the wall of wind and rain pushing in. Um, and the rain is now pouring there at exit 5, starting to the wind also picking up. And we are showing you these severe weather conditions live as they happen here on FirstWARN Tri-Cities. As we watch those conditions push in this again, down in the lower right of your screen is exit 5 in Bristol, Virginia. That is where strong to severe thunderstorm or severe thunderstorms is moving through at the current moment. You can see the wind. You can see the wind picking up, the camera shaking some, and also that heavy rain. Let's move up the interstate a little bit here. And this is going to be at exit 7. Um, you got southbound traffic coming toward you here. And then, so you'll see it, it'll push in here in just a moment to the exit 7 area. We just saw it push into exit 5. It'll push into exit 7. This will not last long. This lasts maybe 5, 10, 15 minutes, the strongest part max of this weather event and these winds. So we'll continue to track these cameras kind of up the interstate there along 81 because storms are traveling right along I-81, but don't want to leave our friends down here in Northeast Tennessee out. These storms are pushing through definitely down there as well into now just pushing east into the eastern part of Johnson City, but about to push into Elizabethton. See an enhanced area here near Central on the radar. And then also up here in the Bristol area, like I said, we're about to watch these storms push into the exit 7 area. Here on the interstate camera, nothing right now, but within the next couple of minutes, you will see very strong uh, wind, and you can see, and then also rain here. Going to be pushing in just moments to exit 7. Um, there in Bristol. Power outage numbers going up in Dickinson County, also in Scott County, Wise County, Lee County, and Virginia. Expected to follow. You can see the camera starting to shake there at exit 7. The yep, there you can see that camera shaking. This is live video right now at exit 7 in Bristol. The camera is shaking. Also, power outage numbers going up in Sullivan County, almost 3,000 people without power there. The camera shaking. Very strong winds right now pushing through Bristol, Virginia. Power outage numbers expected to rise. Here as severe thunderstorms will continue to push through this area here of Washington County, Virginia, and the city of Bristol, Virginia. Thunderstorm wind gusts of 59 miles an hour reported in Colonial Heights. Severe thunderstorm winds have been observed in the viewing area now. Here comes the heavy rain as well here at exit 7. Ignore the warning going off there. Still severe thunderstorm warning in effect. But we're watching these very strong wind and rain hit the exit 7 area of Bristol, Virginia. They're in the lower right of your screen. Let's just take the camera full right now. This is exit 7 in Bristol, Virginia. Lots of wind and lots of rain happening there. Let's go up the interstate. We'll watch it hit again up at exit 10. Uh, and as soon as it starts hitting, we will go full screen with it. But again, we'll kind of push up the interstate with this as it continues to push in. Again, power outages and trees blocking roads in the morning could lead to school schedule changes, so we will plan on covering that at about 5:30 in the morning. So it's going to be a long night, early morning, but that's what we do here. Making sure you have all the information that you need to stay safe here. Again, you're about to see that heavy wind and rain push in. I can hear the wind pushing in now, my location, but again, you're about to see it push into the exit 10 area. It's wild how you can hear the wind pushing in and the rain kind of going sideways. Just, I mean, you can hear it here, so you might hear some of that in the background of my mic. Um, but again, these storms really pushing through the area with severe winds and heavy rain here. You're looking at exit 10 in Washington County, Virginia, in the lower right of your screen where these storms are about to hit. In the top left, you're looking at a severe weather version. FirstWARN Tri-Cities Doppler radar. Here comes the rain in Bristol, here in that exit 10 area of Washington County here in moments. Along the wind will be coming as well. We saw it hit exit 7. It's got to go 3 miles up the interstate to exit 10. Also, the Elizabethton area getting pummeled with wind and rain right now. We can see that there on our radar in the upper left. And again, just want to let you know these storms kind of move through my area. I could lose power. If I do, our streams will be cut off because our internet connection will get cut off. So just a heads up for if we lose power. If the stream gets randomly cut, that is not something we have done on purpose. That is just part of tracking these storms and the storms moving through that area. So again, Elizabeth in there, we are watching the heavy wind and rain push through. We'll zoom down there to the Elizabethton area. We should start seeing this interstate camera soon, get some movement. There's Elizabethton. I see a lot of that heavy, heavy rain. Also some very gusty winds. It's very windy right now here on the north side of Bristol. As I can hear outside, and lots of rain. These storms will continue to push up I-81 toward the Chilhowie area that are pushing through Bristol and about to push through Abingdon. Um, the few sprinkles now coming out on that interstate camera there at exit 10. But Elizabethton, and now in the comments, they're talking about, we have someone talking about the very heavy wind and rain there in Elizabethton, which we expected. Um, just like that, it's kind of calmed down some here. They are updating the severe thunderstorm warning. Just to trim it back, the Bristol one at least. Severe thunderstorm was located just to the west of Abingdon. It's pushing off to the east at 50 miles an hour with 60-mile-an-hour wind gust. Here along this line from northern Sullivan County into parts of into most of Washington County, Virginia. And again, this is moving through quick. It is moving at 50 miles an hour. So it's a very quick moving system. I'll move us along up the interstate here a little bit. I don't want to go that far up the interstate. Oh, okay, hang on. Let's go to this camera. You can see the camera shaking here at exit 13 in Abingdon, Virginia. This is in Washington County in Abingdon. There's the camera shaking. They're along I-81, exit 13, mile marker 13.1 there in Washington County. You can see the camera shaking as this heavy wind and rain is pushing in to the Abingdon, Virginia area right now. So again, severe thunderstorms pushing into Abingdon, Virginia here, the central part of Washington County with these heavy winds pushing in, shaking these VDOT cameras. We're continuing to track it closely. This is also knocking down trees and causing power outages in the region as well. So we're continuing to monitor it closely. We'll leave you with the camera shot in the bottom right. Let's go down to the bottom uh, here. Let's go down to let you know that new special weather statements and strong thunderstorm alerts for more of Yancey County, almost all of Mitchell County, and all of Avery County have been issued until 2 a.m. by the National Weather Service there in Greenville, Spartanburg. Back to our severe thunderstorm warning in Carter County. Very strong winds expected from Unicoi County up to Hampton, just to the east of Elizabethton, Hunter, and also into southern Sullivan County. These are pushing towards Sadie and Deauville and Dry Hill and at Mill Creek, Little Milligan, and Elk Mills and Poga there. These are very strong winds, potentially gusting to 60 miles an hour that we're tracking pushing into those areas. Back up north, what you're seeing in the bottom right of your screen, we'll take it full for a moment near the Virginia Highlands Airport at exit 13 in Abingdon. Along I-81, mile marker 13.1, very heavy rain and gusty winds in that area. And we're seeing here on radar, these storms are pushing into Abingdon. If I kind of go up the interstate, this is exit 17, so we'll catch it when it gets to exit 17 as well. These storms will continue to push through the region. So again, we're watching these severe storms closely, and we'll stay here until these storms are over Big Stone Gap. You're seeing some moderate to heavy rainfall. You could still be seeing some gusty winds. It is going to be a little gusty throughout the overnight hours, but nothing severe in the Big Stone Gap area um, that we're tracking right now. Again, we're going to continue to watch these storms very closely as they continue to push through the region. Let's also go up to northern Southwest Virginia. Don't want to forget our friends up here. Most of the most intense stuff is pushed out of Buchanan County. They're going to push into Tazewell County. Eventually, the stuff in Washington County, Virginia, will push into Smith County as well. So we'll continue to watch it. But again, as we approach 1:15 a.m. and we're in the bottom right of your screen looking live at Abingdon, Virginia, the storm's about to push in there to exit 17 in Abingdon. We're also looking at Doppler at our FirstWARN radar in the top left, showing these thunderstorms pushing into the region right now. Let me pull this back up. Um, and these severe thunderstorms kind of starting to push east, sliding through southern Sullivan County. also into Carter County and eastern Unicoi County. Will push into Johnson County, eventually into the North Carolina mountains. Also, severe thunderstorm warnings extend from northern Sullivan County. Northern Johnson County will start seeing the impacts also soon, and also into much of central and eastern Washington County, Virginia. Places like Abingdon starting to see impacts or about to. Also, the Emory area, the Meadowview area, Glade Spring area. Um, Also down into southeast Washington County into areas like Damascus. We were watching exit 13 when the wind started shaking the camera, also exit 7. We're here at exit 17 now on our camera where we'll see the same thing likely happen here at exit 17 in Abingdon. Now, granted, these cameras, as they stream, have um, one maybe a 1 to 2 minute delay. So we're seeing it a little delayed getting it from the VDOT site, but it's going to happen with any live camera feed. So we'll watch the wind here hit exit 17 and the wind and rain hit there momentarily. Uh, Here as it continues to push into through the region, these strong to severe thunderstorms here at 1:16 a.m. in the morning. We'll continue to watch that, and then also we'll watch for the potential of these thunderstorms to continue pushing through and cause the tree damage, the power outages as well. Um, there will be the potential for probably a few school delays because of this in the morning. Do want to let you know that if we see any closings delays, if we get to 2 or 3 of them, we will make our school closing post in the morning. So just want you to be aware that that will be a possibility. We will make that should conditions warrant. We'll get up in the morning around 5:30 and see the circumstances. So nothing will be done before 5:30. Um, that would be a definite. So again, yeah, a lot of the heavy storms pushing through Elizabethton and Watauga right now, as our viewers are commenting, and also as we've been saying, that severe thunderstorm warning for that area here for the next 13 or so minutes. And these storms continuing to slide off to the east. There's the camera shaking there in Abingdon. Let's take that live full screen. You see the camera shaking there at the exit 17 area of Abingdon. The rain also coming down there in the Abingdon area. You saw the wind there shaking the camera. And so we continue to track these storms closely. Let's just go radar full. And actually, let's just go back to that double box for just a second because you can really see that heavy rainfall coming down in Abingdon. But while you're watching Abingdon, Virginia in the lower right, I'm going to focus on Carter County in the top left of your screen there in the double box on radar. And focus on these very strong winds now pushing on the east side of Elizabethton over toward Hampton and Tiger Valley, about to push into Butler in southern Johnson County, and also about to push into Sadie there in Carter County, also about to push into Roan Mountain. We know the elevation there in Roan Mountain will probably help enhance these winds some as well. So again, we will continue to watch these gusty winds come through the viewing area here as they come through the area here. So again, really from Sadie down to Tiger Valley and White Rock there in Carter County is our concern. Um, there is no tornadoes right now in the viewing area. There's no threat of a tornado. These are just straight line damaging thunderstorm wind gusts. No tornado occurring in the area right now. No tornado warnings. There's no threat of a tornado with any of these storms that are pushing through the region. Just some strong straight line damaging winds. All that we got pushing through. So again, storms have pushed now uh, into and pushing through the Abingdon area. Also about to push into Emory and Damascus. in Glade Spring and Meadowview in Washington County, Virginia, pushing through Friendship, uh, Holston Valley, the South Holston Lake area, going to push into Shady Valley. Johnson County also will eventually push into Mountain City. Um, Deauville as well as Elk Mills and Poga. Roan Mountain also will eventually push into the Newland and Boone area over in North Carolina. As we will continue to track these damaging thunderstorm winds as they continue to push through the viewing area. At this hour, we are going to stay here until all the severe thunderstorm warnings have expired. Once we get rid of the warnings, I think we'll kind of slowly go off. And again, just because the warnings went off right there. No threat of a tornado. There's no tornadoes at all in the viewing area. We do not have any threat of a tornado. No, the two severe thunderstorm warnings still remain. Just, yeah, there they pop back up. Our system's been glitching just a little bit tonight. I want to check out, as of right now, power outage numbers went down actually. Some in Greene and Hawkins County Power Companies doing some to restore. They're up to now almost 3,500. In Sullivan County, it's 3,355. Into Southwest Virginia, Buchanan County with almost 2,000 people, Dickinson County with almost 1,000 people, 1,500 people without power in Wise County, and around 1,300 there in Lynn County. Also, power outage numbers are starting to trickle in for Scott County, Washington County, and also Russell County as well in Virginia. Along right now, the Bristol city of Bristol, it doesn't look like is reporting anything. So again, we're going to continue to watch these. We'll watch these for the next 9 or so minutes. Hopefully the warnings will expire then, or the storms will at least calm down enough to where I feel comfortable in letting things go. Even maybe if the weather service doesn't expire the warnings. So we are continuing to watch these. Yeah, this is pushing right into the Butler area as we speak. Um, Also about to push into Meadowview, Virginia, Damascus as well. Yeah, Butler hitting you, Deauville and Shady Valley. You're up. Brown Mountain, it's your turn. And these will cross the state line into North Carolina. Again, as my color table just changed for some reason. There is moderate. No, you do not need to get out of trade. These are just strong 50, 55-mile-an-hour winds. No tornadoes. Um, Also, some moderate to heavy rain behind this with some gusty winds, but nothing like what we've saw here um, in this line. So again, there is still some gusty wind behind it with some moderate to heavy rainfall, but nothing like what we saw with the line that's pushed through and pushing through the area, the eastern part of the area now as we speak. So again, we'll continue to watch it. Also, some strong thunderstorm alerts. Want to mention real quick. And radar no man's land part of Southwest Virginia. Trying to get somewhat of a decent view of it. There's not really one. Of the stuff you're pushing into Richlands, Claypool Hill, and the stuff in Washington County will be pushing into Saltville, Chilhowie, Marion, the White Top area, into Grayson County as well. Stuff in Northeast Sullivan County, Western Johnson County, going to be pushing into Ashe County and Watauga County. Yeah, exit 10 in Bristol. The storms have already passed you. There's still some rain falling, maybe some light winds, but everything's done past you. We was watching the camera there at exit 10 a little while ago, saw it push into the region. So again, continue to watch them closely, and we'll go off at 1:30. Um, unless conditions warrant us staying on longer. Just making sure they are radio partners over at B106 Tri-Cities. That we are going to plan to go off air so they can rack up some programming because we've been up at about, we'll be on the air for an hour once we get to that point. Um, but again, I will continue to watch these storms as they push east. Will stay for 5 more minutes. There could be an additional warning issued into the North Carolina side of things or for far east Tennessee mountains. But as of right now, it looks like probably most of our warnings will expire at 1:30, and we will take you and with these also pushing into areas where we don't have as many followers, things like that, where we could have some school delays in the morning that we're going to have to track. I feel like it'll be best if we go off around the 1:30 time frame unless something significant um, changes. This is just so the line is, let me just kind of draw this out before we close. So what I'm circling is the line of storms that is strong to severe. All of this back here in Kingsport, Churchill, and back behind it, it is some at times moderate to heavy rain, and it's got some occasional, probably 20 to 30 mile an hour wind gust in it, just because of the wind energy aloft as the cold fronts moving through. But none of that is going to be severe or have the wind gust like what we had in the line of storms. It's just going to be some wind and rain. Um, Basically is the best way to describe it. Again, could see a gust of 20 to 30 miles an hour with it, but it's not going to be anything like what we saw the past little bit. So again, it looks like the Weather Service in Blacksburg, which covers Tazewell, Smith, Grayson County, also into Ashe and Watauga County, likely at least for the Smith County portion and Tazewell County portion, not going to issue severe thunderstorm warnings. They went with special weather statements, or what we like to call strong thunderstorm alerts. We'll see what they do about Grayson County, Ashe County, and Watauga County because they've issued nothing for those counties yet. As these storms are pushing into that area, so we'll see. Mountain City is about to get hit with this rain and wind. Shady Valley is getting hit as we speak. Again, some trees could be down, causing some travel issues, also power outages as well across the viewing area. Those numbers will continue to rise as the reports continue to come in. Um, and then we'll see how quickly power crews can get those outages dealt with. The Knoxville area has like 12,000 people without power, so we're not in that bad of a situation, but we do have some people without power. So again, right now, we do have some severe thunderstorm warnings here in the area, in the region that we are going to continue to track. They will all expire at 1:30. Um, that does include parts of northern Johnson County, northeast Sullivan, also eastern Washington County, Virginia, also, and then the other one for eastern Carter County into southern Johnson County. We'll see if any more warnings get issued. Um, Also, strong thunderstorm alerts go for Tazewell County and also Smith County until around 2 in the morning. Also for Avery, Mitchell, and Yancey counties in North Carolina. Nothing yet for Grayson, Ashe, and Watauga counties. We'll wait and see what happens there. But these storms continuing to push west to east. If you are west of this line of storms, your severe weather threat is over. Just some rain and wind to the west, the east. There is still the threat of a strong to severe wind gust with some gusty winds as well. So again, this has been some FirstWARN Tri-Cities live severe weather coverage here on FirstWARN Tri-Cities, also on B106 Tri-Cities. Again, we have had no tornadoes in the area. In our viewing area, no tornadoes. It has just been damaging straight line wind gusts. There's been no evidence of any tornadoes, just damaging straight line wind gusts as these storms have moved through the region. But we will continue to track these storms as they continue to push east. Should conditions warrant, we'll come back on the air. I don't think we will have to, but we will keep an eye on things very closely. Check with us in the morning for any school delays. We'll try our best as those warnings go off the screen to keep you updated on that in the morning. And we'll have the very latest coming up in the morning as well. Send us your damage pictures and videos when it is safe to do so, and also your reports of any power outages. We'll get those over to the National Weather Service. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your night here. This has been a FirstWARN Tri-Cities severe weather alert.